I did a video yesterday in regards to a House report that came out, basically laying out many of the things that I've said multiple times on here, that Trump knew about COVID, that the U.S. intelligence agencies worked as they're supposed to, and that Trump chose to make the wrong decision in the face of a possible worldwide global pandemic. He chose the election, and that is backed up and corroborated by the Bernstein recordings. Thank God he did, because if he didn't record it, Republicans was called out a lie too. That'd be fake media, where he himself said he downplayed COVID for the election. You know, Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi were asked. They were asked about, do you think Trump will be reelected? And Chuck Schumer laughed about it. And it hit me that Chuck Schumer said that in essence Americans have got wise to him. I don't agree with that. For one thing, what I've learned with Trump is that it really doesn't matter what any of us think about Trump for the most part, the bumpkins included. It comes down to the big money, the white shoe boys. And as I said, I believe there's a lot more documents to come out in the next 2 years. A lot. This stuff that just came out about COVID, the House report on COVID, saying that he did nothing and he wasted months and was briefed over and over and over and over. And they told him the danger that was coming and he ignored it. This is the cherry on top. That's all this is. And if this does not scare Republicans or does not shake them out of their slumber, don't know what will. That report lays out the realities of a president, as I said, that is unwilling or unable to fulfill his duties when an emergency is placed before him. Trump said something in the Bernstein recording. He talked about he wanted to be a cheerleader for America. He wanted to be something for America. I don't want that. And I don't know anybody else that does either. I don't want a cheerleader. Because a cheerleader is someone that just is pointing out the good. And I believe what John Kennedy said, about the role of the media. That its job, I believe, is for the president as well. His job is to inform, to arouse, to reflect, to state our dangers and opportunities, to lead, mold, educate, and even anger public opinion. During times of uncertainty, the president's job is to state the reality and not pick the best case scenario of what may come, the sunny day. And I just think if you believe in climate change and you believe in the things that we're noticing, microplastics and all that, we don't have time for cheerleaders. We don't have time for children. We don't have time for people who are seeing the world sunny side up only and never seeing the dark side and the realities of communicable diseases. Doesn't matter what we think. It doesn't matter what happens with this. What does matter is the investors. If I'm right, I think a lot more is going to come out about January the 6th. I think that there's people that are going to go to jail that are in Congress right now. I think they're deeper involved than we know. Like I said, I had told you about the COVID documents. Now that's coming out. This is next. And I believe that if the documents go as far as I think, and they paint the nightmare picture that I believe, that I endorse, they may not endorse them. It doesn't matter how many bumpkins get out in the street with the guns. Doesn't matter how many bumpkins say it's all Democrat hoax. If I always go back to Christmas of 2020. I don't know what it is about that time. I always go back to that. and that the fact that people weren't shopping and that they lost money. That's important. Not what most Americans think, because they're not going to read that report. Not what most voters think. It comes down to the people who lost money over that Christmas season. Do you want to go through that again? You may not believe in climate change. You may not believe in disaster capitalism. You may think half of what I say is crazy. That's fine. But do you really want to take the chance of losing money again? That's the question. And that's what I think is at stake with another Trump election. That's important. And when Murdoch said back during the election in 2020, he said he didn't want Trump to be back in office, and he talked to Mitch McConnell, he talked to the other guy, and he told me he's not going to be. That told me a lot right there. This isn't about rednecks. This isn't about neo-Confederates. This isn't about bumpkins that won the Civil War. This is about cold, hard cash. This is a zero-sum game. And I think that Trump's got too much stuff on his back to overcome. He's got too much debt. He's got too much negativity. Once again, do you really want to take the chance of losing money again during one of your most profitable times of the year because of a numbskull that downplayed a pandemic for an election? And he said it. He said that he felt that that he did it for that reason. This is speculation. So I just personally feel like that's what it comes down to. Thanks for listening.